You will make it through. The fitra is awake in you. With Quran and Sunnah by your side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. You will make it through. The fitra is awake in you. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. You will make it through. The fitra is awake in you. With Quran and Sunnah by your side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. You will make it through. The fitra is awake in you. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through.
Inna alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salamallah, wa rasulallah. Welcome to our series of Aqidah. This is our Aqidah class, and we're speaking about how to implement allegiance and disassociation while living in a non-Muslim society and being surrounded by things that can compromise our faith. And this week we have focused on the entertainment field. Yes, the entertainment field. Right before class today, I was, checking the videos that we have on YouTube, and I was checking, the comments that some of the people post. And every now and then, I've been teaching Dawah on the internet since 1986. And every now and then I'll get these people that used to come to my website centuries ago and who stopped coming, because they thought I was teaching evil, because they didn't understand their religion correctly. Now they find out 10, 20, 30 years later, Layla's always been teaching the same thing, and I'm correct. But I happened to look at the comments, and I got a comment. This time it wasn't too nice. It was from some person who, of course, they didn't even use their name. Some person that said they used to attend my classes 10 years ago. Now, this person was watching the lecture I did on the heroines of Islam. You guys know I broke down the whys of the prophet in detail. I gave y'all information that you never heard before, straight from the authentic hadiths. Because I have people working with me, some of my relatives in the United Arab Emirates who speak Fusha, who are also scholars of the deen. They're PhDs, okay? And they helped with the Fusha to translate stuff to me into better English. So I went into detail about those wives of the prophet. I even spoke about Maria the Copt. Maria, who was not his wife. She was not married to him, but she was one of his right-hand possessions whom he loved dearly. She was the mother of his son, Ibrahim. Now, this person put a comment on that video. The comment was, "Dear Sister Layla, I used to attend your classes 10 years ago. And back then you said that music is haram and women singing is haram." The person said, "What happened to you?" I said, "First of all, what happened is this. I have grown in my knowledge. I have grown in my understanding of this religion since 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was very harsh. And you guys know, because most of you here, my students have been with me for over 10 years. They were kids. I told them 10 years ago, I was harsh and more rigid. I didn't even have the patience that I have today. You guys know I didn't. I didn't play. I'd ban you. I didn't give second chances. Y'all know me. I'd kick you out of here and make it so you never come back ever in life. But alhamdulillah, I've changed. I realize that Islam is balanced. Islam is patience. Islam is empathy and compassion. And I also learned that there's a time for this and a time for that, which is what our prophet taught. And that's what I answered this person back. I said, I will never tell you that music is lawful because it's haram. And I told the person I'd never use music in my videos. None of my introductions are music, guys. There's no music in any of my videos from musical instruments, because what Allah forbids is musical instruments. I don't use any musical instruments in any of my intros. There is no musical instrument used. Nothing. Nope. No instrument. And as far as singing, I've never told you guys that singing is haram. Haven't I taught you guys that the El Hurin, they sing for their husbands right now? Whoever is their husband in this world, whenever you make your husband angry, they sing, and they sing a song saying, we are the El Hurin. We are eternal. We are promised to the men of this world. That's the song of the El Hurin. That hadith can be found in Sahih Muslim. So I've never told anyone that it's haram for a woman to sing. I sing to my husbands if I had one. You sing to your children. When the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam entered into the city of Medina, the women and the children sang the beautiful song for him. When the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam entered into Medina, the women and children stood on the streets of Medina and sang to him. The women used to sing at all the Eids, the women and children. The women and children would sing at the weddings. So I have never, and you're not going to find any video or recording of me and all my lectures on the internet since 1986. Go to SoundCloud. You're not going to find no recording on this planet of Layla telling anyone it's haram for a woman to sing. But what you will find is me speaking about women singing for money, women singing for pay, women making a career of singing. That's what's haram. So whoever this person is, it just shows me that person is stuck. Alhamdulillah, evidently that person must have learned a lot from me. But evidently that person hasn't grown since then. That's sad. As every day of our life as Muslims, we should see growth. We should become better and better and learn more and more. That person is stuck on 10 years ago. And that's sad. It'll be some blessings for me because evidently they haven't learned anything except what I taught 10 years ago. But I've never taught that it's haram for a woman to sing. Never. And I've always told you guys that musical instruments are haram. And so then when I responded to this individual, I put the kiss on it by telling them they should join my classes here and learn more about Islam. And instead of trying to come upon my videos of today and trying to critique me and trying to put me down and trying to find fault with me, because that's why the person left, evidently, because the person was probably a female who's jealous. This is what women do. It's a woman, I'm pretty sure. The person is jealous of another woman knowing better than them. So I told the person, instead of you watching my videos, trying to find fault with me when you're not qualified because you're still stuck on whatever you learned 10 years ago. I told the person, listen to the lecture and see if you can learn from what I'm teaching in that lecture. It's easy for us to try to critique each other. It's hard for us to learn each other. That's the problem with Muslims not understanding el-wala wal-bara. El-wala wal-bara. We don't understand, that as Muslims, we're not supposed to be stuck on that jealousy, stuck on that envy, stuck on that hatred that the non-believers suffer with. We're supposed to be able to look beneath the surface and see the good in each other. We're supposed to love each other for the sake of Allah. We're supposed to have allegiance to each other. We're not supposed to sit around looking for the faults of one another, trying to find a way to tear somebody down, because deep down inside, we know that we're cockroaches. I'm going to tell you guys, people that do that are people who lack self-esteem. People that look for the faults of others, they're cockroaches in real life. They have no self-esteem. They have no self-love. They know deep down they're no good. They know deep down that they're going to pay. They're going to burn, baby, burn. They know it. So they hate on others who they wish they could be like, but they know they could never stand next to that person. I want y'all to teach your children that. See, my mother raised me upon that. That's one thing about the Dar. Oh, yeah. That's one good thing about the Darul Islam. They put all that self-esteem, that self-love, that self-respect in us. Malcolm X emphasized self-love, self-respect, and knowing that you are la crème de la crème, as my mother would say. Kids ain't growing up with that today. You can't break somebody like Layla. Sorry, Charlie. All right, so, it's all about allegiance. We have to work on this as Muslims. We're so quick to destroy each other. We're so quick to tear down each other. We're supposed to help each other. Just like when I got this phone call from this Sister Antar. She from the Dart. I feel happy because I know she's okay, because I've been thinking about her like crazy. She's fine. She's going to get the help she needs, and I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. We're supposed to be happy for each other. Make dua for each other, not sit around trying to critique and tear each other down. So whoever that person was, you weren't even woman enough to leave your name, because I don't know who you were. People come and go every day from my website. My dawah is real. I've been giving dawah since I was 12 years old. People have come and gone from my websites over the years. But if you woman enough, you'd use your name, because I have a photographic memory. What does that mean? I never forget a name. I never forget. I have a photographic memory. Use your name. Okay? The fact that you didn't use your name, that tells what type of cockroach you are. Sorry. And may Allah bless you for what you learned from me 10 years ago. But I got a whole lot more to teach. You need to come and join and learn from me now, like the other sisters here. I'm sure you remember, Fresno. I'm sure you remember Anissa, Norto, Meleon, Aisha, Fiza. They all here. They're all women. Fame's married, got 2 kids. Habiba, married with kids. You know, you should have grown like these other sisters have. All right? Okay, so let's get to the class. Today, what I'm going to do, guys, is wrap up the topic of entertainment. Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd broke it down, how living in a non-Muslim environment, a non-Muslim society, how we're going to have to implement allegiance and disassociation, not only with sports, not only with the schools, not only with the people we choose to associate with, but also even with entertainment. And let me put the PowerPoint up on the screen. And I did post up the pages that we'll be reviewing. So I'm hoping that you guys read ahead. There it is. And tonight we're going to be covering pages 531 through 533. Okay, can y'all see that? Yeah, I'm making it bigger. Yeah. All right, pages 531 through 533. We're going to speak about community-based support and collaboration in regards to Islamic entertainment. We already established this week the need for us as Muslims to take advantage of the entertainment industry ourselves. And the way that we take advantage of it is by promoting. There's a need for us to promote the true Islamic ideology, the true Islamic values, true Islamic morals to the people. Because most of the world has a very bad misconception of Islam. Most of the world has a very bad conception of Muslims. They think that we're terrorists. They think that we're harsh, we're oppressed. They think that a woman can't sing to her baby, for example. They think that men beat up on their wives. Well, none of that is true. So we've already established how there is a great need for us as Muslims, to put out information to take advantage of the entertainment field. And by the way, you guys can see the PowerPoint, right? Everybody can see the PowerPoint on the screen before I start. People on YouTube, yeah, you can see it. Okay. Yeah, yes. My Rumble just popped up. Okay, good. All right, so let's take a look at how Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd ends this beautiful chapter. He starts off by reminding us. He says, navigating the landscape of modern entertainment, it can be challenging. However, with its diverse opinions and perspectives, the Muslim community can provide a rich resource of wisdom. And that's true. Like we talked about yesterday, we are faced with today, this LGBTQ and all this other stuff. The people are confused. Society is like, what is going on? Well, we can do just like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and try to guide the people, guide the public back to what is right, what is good, what is clean. And we can do that through the entertainment, the technology that focuses on entertainment. So whether you lean towards a liberal interpretation of Islamic teachings or adopt a more conservative approach, it's going to entail the community coming together to offer insights as to how we can together use technology, use the entertainment industry to show the people and call the people to a better way. So now what we're going to do is go over some practical solutions that Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd came up with for community support. And you can tell, like I said, Kareem Abu Zayd's been doing, his life has been committed to dawah. And you can tell that in this chapter, he put his heart in this, just like he put his heart in the chapters on sports and all of that. Because living in America, you know, he's not originally from America, he's Egyptian. But you can see, and he's an imam here. He has a community here. He has an Islamic school here. And you can see, you know, how he was able to manage to bridge the gap between the truth and falsehood with his mosque, with his school and all of that. Because look at these solutions that he's come up with as to how we can support each other collectively as a community. And for you imams who are listening, for you board members, because many of you are on executive boards of mosques, for those of you who are listening, you can take these solutions and try to apply them to your communities. For example, one of the things that Kareem suggests is having community forums. He said we should engage in or even create community forums where various topics related to the media and related to Islamic values can be discussed. This is a good idea for a masjid. You know, we should can meet once, have a committee together to meet once a week or once a month to discuss, you know, topics related to what's going on with the media and how our Islamic values can be implemented. And these platforms can offer recommendations for wholesome content or tips on critically assessing the material that's out there that can be impacting us as a nation and individually. Also, another solution that entails community support is having study circles. Initiate an Islamic study circle in your community that can serve as a setting for deeper conversations around the media and religion, how television impacts our practice of our religion, how the movies, what are the latest movies? Of the movies that are playing now, which ones, you know, can be harmful to our Islamic values? So having study circles like that, you know, that they can even discuss how Muslims are portrayed in the media, you know, and how we can navigate around those portrayals and portray the correct image. You know, so this is a good suggestion for your Islamic community, having study circles to discuss, you know, how the media impacts our faith today. Also, online platforms. We can utilize social media groups like Facebook, Twitter, and all of that, and have them create groups that focus on our lifestyle, the true Islamic lifestyle, where we can find reviews, discussions, and advice about the entertainment options out there that align with our teachings. Because again, you don't want your children or even yourselves thinking that because you're a Muslim, I don't want you to be like whoever that person was that posted on my one of my videos today. I don't want you to be a numbskull thinking that it's haram to sing to your baby. It's haram to sing to your husband. It's haram to hum. It's haram, you know, to do anything. So do I have moderators here? See what's going on in there.
Yeah, I think Antar coming.
Oh, okay. Mashallah. Good job. She's here. Good job. Mashallah. Okay. So that's a suggestion. Online platforms. And also for the youth, we have a problem with our Muslim youth today. Unfortunately, here in America, we have a high apostasy rate. This is a fact. This is not made up. They did a survey. A survey of different religions in America. The highest apostasy group of course, are the Amish people. They have the highest apostasy rate. Do you guys know the second highest apostasy rate are Muslims? Our kids, they grow up, they reach puberty, and they end up abandoning all the Islamic values that they may have been brought up upon. So one of the ways to curtail that is for the communities to have youth groups. How many of the masjids here have groups for the youth? Okay, these groups can have discussions about what's going on in the media today, what's going on in entertainment today, what's going on. These groups can discuss how to balance their faith and practice with the modern pressures of society. Okay, that's a really good idea. Every mosque should have a youth group. We have the teenage kids man that group. Of course, an adult would be present, but have the kids, come together at least once a month where they can discuss, how the media, how entertainment is impacting their faith, their fitra. And not only should there be youth groups, but we need parental networks too. Every Muslim community should have a parental network in effect, whereas the Muslim parents can get together and talk about the concerns they have. It's hard raising children, especially in 2024 in a Western country. So it's good to have networks where the parents can meet together once a month or whatever. The women can meet together to discuss parenting. The brothers can meet together to discuss fathering. So these are great suggestions that Sheikh Kareem came up with that we can do as a community, to help balance. That's what it's all about, balancing our faith in regards to the entertainment industry. And of course, interfaith dialogues. This is usually for the imams of the masjids indulge in these interfaith dialogues. They engage with individuals from other faiths and community forums to show that we're not the terrorists and the rigid people that they think. I like how Dr. Dramali does that in his community. You can see, I like how Dr. Dramali is handling this Gaza incident. Dr. Dramali is Palestinian. He's lost 100 family members over there. Do you guys see what type of dialogue he's doing? It's not just him. He has the real Jewish rabbis with him. And he lets it be known that the Zionists are not Jews. All Jews are not Zionists. You can see him doing dialogues, him and other rabbis from the synagogues and his community. They're sitting down together, speaking out against the oppression that's going on in Gaza. And by the way, it's not just the Gazians being killed, but the Orthodox Jews in Jerusalem are being persecuted too. The Orthodox Jews, they're trying to speak out. They're trying to stop what's going on too. They're being abused as well. So it's good to have these type of interfaith dialogues, especially like what Dr. Dramali is doing. Okay. To show, that we are not the way the media may want to depict us to be. And always consult with religious leaders. We should always consult with the leaders amongst us for guidance as to how to handle the entertainment field and all. For example, like the person that left me that comment, I never said singing is haram. It's not haram for a woman to sing. It's haram for a woman to sing for pay, to make a public spectacle out of it. The woman on my website who does all my shows, she ain't doing this for pay. She's doing it for dawah. There's a difference. There's a difference in a woman using her voice for dawah, just like me. I'm using my voice for dawah, and I'm obeying my Lord with it. The woman that makes my shorts here, her voice is not seductive. She ain't singing like Mariah Carey and them. She's doing some background hums, background sounds. That's not music. That's not music that y'all hear in the background of my videos. That's the human voice. She's making those sounds. Her and her children. Yes, her children too. Okay? And she's doing more talking than anything. She's telling you about the classes, what time they are. That's not singing. Don't get it twisted. When you come to critique Layla, you better come straight. You better come right, or I'm going to make you wear egg and don't ever attack any of my students, because I will become a ferocious lion against anyone that comes at my students, especially Geechee. That's mine. All right? I'm a wolf. The leader of the pack. Throw me into a pack of wolves. I'll come out leading them. Hello. You should have learned that from me 10 years ago. That's why I'm still here. All right? So always consult with religious leaders, because most of us got it twisted. We don't know nothing about our religion. We don't know the lawful, the unlawful. We're too busy. We're westernized. We've been corrupted. We're too busy trying to shoot each other down. And also have community screenings, organize or attend community events where movies or documentaries that align with our principles are shown. Oh yeah, we can do that. Documentaries, movies that don't contradict our values, our morality. And these gatherings can provide wholesome entertainment and foster community bonding and understanding. So these are some of the things that Sheikh Kareem Abuzaid came up with that can help us to navigate through the entertainment industry. We're surrounded by entertainment. We have social media, we have movies, we got music and all of that. You know, you want to try to keep your children away from the music, man. Music will mess you up. Music is haram, as Allah says, because Shaitan will use that music to take you out. Okay? But there's other things. We can't say that everything else is haram. So based on what we've discussed in this chapter, it's evident that we do have to learn how to navigate modern entertainment. And it's not an easy thing to do. It's going to take help. It's going to take help to get from your community. It's going to take help from the Islamic leaders, but it can be done, and it's important for us to do it. We have to incorporate el-wala wal-bara. We have to know what to distance ourselves from and what to align ourselves with. And again, it's all about protecting and safeguarding the fitra of the heart. We want to keep that light within our heart burning brightly. We want to help guide it back home to Allah. So now, let's wrap this chapter up with a quiz. Here's your final exam. Everybody get ready for it. Question number 1. Let me make my screen larger too so y'all can see me now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I am kooky. This sister say, Layla, you are so kooky. Yes, I am. I'm kooky. Okay, here we go. What are some things you can do as a parent to implement wala bara with your children regarding entertainment? Any answers?
One of the things we can implement, which I implement with my children, I am a guardian. Before they can watch anything, I need to watch it. I need to find safe programming for them. I need to find out and scan the programming and making sure that, they are compliant with their ages. that they're supposed to be watching that, putting safeguards on the TV, like Netflix or whatnot, so that they won't be able to fall into watching things that they should not fall into. I'm also listening to what they're listening to. So basically, I'm in the background observing and being part of what their eyes see and what their ears hear.
Mashallah, exactly. The parents, you're going to have to, especially as a mother, you're the mother. Remember, guys, as Muslim women, we are the guardians over the children. Allah is going to hold you accountable, not the husband. Well, the husband's going to have to pay a little bit, but mostly you. It's your job as the Muslim woman to educate your children about this deen, to make sure that your children are not exposed to haram things. So like she said, you want to see a movie? I'm going to watch it first. I have to see what it's about first. Good job, Geechee. Any other?
Also, one more thing I wanted to add is very important that we have to scan the shows that our kids are watching first, because there are a lot of hidden messages and a lot of hidden agenda, that might attract the children. And it's important that because we have more of insight into what's going on nowadays in the world, and that they might not have. So we know what they might try to slip in that they are not privy to. So it's important so that we could get in and scan whatever is being brought into our homes or whatnot.
Exactly, guys. We have to take a proactive approach in what our children are watching and what they're doing, because even on the game programs like Twitch, oh yeah, I got my Twitchers here. There's Twitch, guys. I got my Twitch kids. How many of my Twitch kids are here? I got a lot of Twitch kids. Twitch got some terrible games. They got some naked stuff. That's right. Like the sister here on Twitch is typing. You can also use parental controls. Good job. You're right there with your kids, huh? That's right. Her kids are gaming on Twitch, but she's right there with them. That's the Twitch on here. Yeah, it's purple. Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Sister Layla, there is one thing that I want to say, like the parents who are working, sometimes you're not even going to be home for you to know what your children want to watch or what they are watching. But my thinking is, and what I practice with my kids, whatever they are doing, I always remind them to fear Allah, whatever you are doing. Know if you are on your phone or if you are on the computer alone by yourself, know that if I am not there, Allah is there watching you. Allah know what you're doing. Fear Allah, put the fear of Allah in your kids' hearts. Remind them like all the time, constantly, I don't know how to say, constantly remind them that Allah is watching what they are doing. And if they let their eyes see something that is bad,
exactly.
Allah know about Allah gonna punish them for that.
That's important. That's important, guys. Let your kids know. You may think you fooling me, but you can never fool Allah. Allah sees everything you do. And whatever we do, whatever choices you make in this world will bite you. They will come back to bite you in this world, and they'll bite you in the hereafter. Hello. So you got to, and my mother, she scared me. I was too afraid to do anything bad. I was too afraid to do anything bad because I believed that Allah was going to send a lightning bolt down on me, and I was going to get struck in the head. My mother put that fear of Allah in me. See, I knew that I could hide from her, but I ain't hiding from Allah. She had me fear those angels writing everything down. I used to look up and say, well, I can't see them yet, but they see me. Exactly. Good job. Sister Muslima, she said you should make Islam fun for the children too and monitor what they watch. Also make them feel confident about the religion. Exactly. Exactly. And also Sakina, she said screen the things they watch and listen to. Discuss the things that are haram and tell them why. That's important. Good job, Sakina. Let them know why those things are bad. Explain to the kids why fentanyl is bad, why marijuana is bad. Let them look at the videos of those kids in elementary school rolling all over the ground and hallucinating. Let them see. Tell them why it's haram to listen to rap songs about killing cops. Because people grow up not fearing the police. And the police tell you to slow down. And you're black. And you get smart with them, they're going to take their gun and blow your face off. Let them see what happened to other black children here in America who tried to get tough and how they were taken out. So you got to let them know. Discuss these things with them. Everybody understand? Mashallah, good answers. What about this? Wait a minute. Oh. I'm working two computers here. What are some things that you can do individually for yourself to implement allegiance and disassociation in entertainment? Like the brother that I had, his mother, the little young brother from Kuwait. I talked to his mother yesterday. Boy, that was funny. I told her, I said, don't beat his behind. He did the right thing. I told her, let him go to school, somewhere over there somewhere. I mean, forget that scholarship. Her son from Kuwait got a scholarship to America to go to school for engineering or something. And he said when he arrived in his Miami, I guess he was going to the University of Miami. When he arrived there, he didn't go to the school. He was shocked because the women were walking around in underwear. He said he never seen women in a bra and a pair of panties, and they were on skates. He called me on his phone because his mother had given him my number to contact if anything happened. And he said, Sister Layla, I can't do this. He turned around and got back on that plane and went back home to Kuwait. And I told his mom he did the right thing. He can't handle America. He ain't used to that. He implemented wala wal bara. He distanced himself from that which could have taken him down a dark path. And good-looking Arab guy with money. Kuwait's a rich country. Them girls would have been all over him. I had to tell his mama, if he had went to school here, them girls would have been all over him. They'd have taken his chastity from him. They'd have taken all your money, and they done got pregnant, and your son would have to be paying child support because Obama passed laws, Even if you from those countries, you stuck with child support if you make a baby here. Oh, I had to tell his mother. He did the right thing coming home. So what are some things that you can do to implement allegiance and disassociation regarding entertainment? Let's hear it.
Staying away from certain entertainment if you are a person who's vulnerable to certain things. If you feel like you're being taken in with music, don't have these things inside your home. Don't spend extra time watching those shows that have a lot of music that gets you swayed. If you're emotional, if you feel a certain part of yourself being succumbed by deep feelings, sadness, whatever feelings that can come in because of what you're listening to, it's time to step away. Whether it's music, whether it's watching something, even when it's reading something. So what's your best way of keeping yourself, I would say, out of harm's way.
Exactly. Good job. Stay away from that which threatens your faith, like that young boy did. And also, like Sister Musima said, stay away from weak people too, weak Muslims, because there's a lot of weak Muslims in the world, guys. Not all Muslims are good. There's good in everything and there's bad in everything. Not all, just because a person's a Muslim don't mean they good. You better check out their family, check out their practice. Don't allow yourself to be around weak people. You want to surround yourself with Muslims that strengthen you in your faith. Good job. And what about this? What are some things that we can do as a community? What are some things we can do as a community to implement allegiance and disassociation regarding the entertainment field?
Gotta answer this once again. We can provide, good sources of entertainment for the families, for us, for the kids. Show them that, they don't have to, be so succumbed by the other stuff. Like I always hear, oh, the Catholics got more interesting things. They got funner things. Their stuff, their activities are more fun. But we have to take it upon ourselves to create an array of activities to keep each other involved and entertained, but yet reminded and in line with Islam and what Islam is teaching us. So that's one form of way that could help.
Exactly. And all the suggestions that we came up with, having that teen group, having a teen group at the mosque, having a parental network, a parents group that we meet once a month. I really like how Kareem put those suggestions there. That teen group, there should be a youth teen group at the mosque, guys. That's really a great idea where we can come together. The teens can come together with the parents around, to discuss things that are impacting their faith, where they can release and let it be known what they're dealing with in their personal lives and all of that, and get guidance and help. MashaAllah. So, MashaAllah, guys, this completes this chapter of Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd's book. And by the way, we're almost done with this book. So I want to remind you guys, make sure you go to Amazon and buy, for those of you who are new, buy the book, Get to Know Your Lord, because we're going to probably finish this book by the end of the week. And then I'm going to go back to book 1, which is Get to Know Your Lord, where we're going to break down the first part of that Shahada. We're going to also talk about those groups. Oh, yeah. The brothers act, yes, we will discuss those deviant groups in that book too. And so all of that, those questions will be answered. So make sure you guys go to Amazon and buy the book now, so that way you have it when we're done with this. Also, good job. Sister Musima said, boycott the people who make us look bad. Uplift and support the good teachers of Islam. This is important, guys. For these Muslims out there with these social media platforms that are making us look bad with all this kafir bashing and arguing and debating and stuff, we need to stop watching that. We need to try to get our Muslim youth to leave these groups alone. Stop watching those videos, because these people are making us look bad. They're making Islam look bad. They shouldn't be watched. They shouldn't be supported. When you watch their videos, you're supporting them. They're making money off of you. They're making money off of your anger. They're making money off of your discontent, because they don't want to go out and get a job. Don't do that. All right, so I'm going to stop right here.